Coach, it is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Buffalo Bills. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Mike 319! Alert! Alert! Alert!
On first down, it's Moss. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down now, it's Moss. A big play here for Buffalo. 65 yards on the ground. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's ready to get into the top 5.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Switch, switch, switch.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
Well, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From just shy of midfield, Goff dancing to his left. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something work.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's gone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So I just bring
pressure comes, and the Bills block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. 30. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And
he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Trent Murphy has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now gone. It's complete. James White. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 58, boys. 58. 58, Mike. Nice, sweetheart. 58, right over there. Yeah.
From the gun, here's Gone. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They'll run on 1st down. Moss. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That's going to be caught. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 21-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which you also have to guard against.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Goff looking deep for Adams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. I got it.
Hey, 76.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Give him 30 yards there.
Let's go, baby.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
To throw is gone. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Check.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Now a first down throw. Gone. To Gabriel, middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it here. This is James White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day offense.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. He's got White here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
So on fourth down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Watch out.
A final shot before half for Allen. And that's complete to Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now in 3rd and 2, they're going to like to throw with Allen. And Diggs has it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
This is caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Freeman. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Second down and goal. Goff. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2. From the 39, Goff. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. Throwing on second and 3. Goff. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On second down, it's Freeman. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal. A shotgun snap for Goff. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Value 3. Value 3. Go.
Here we go on 4. Goff. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Davante Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and through. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On play action, Allen. And John Brown's got it complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Allen going to throw. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They find some open field here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return?
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. To try again after the sack. Goff going for the deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Switch it. X3, 218, chop. Motion.
From the 24, Allen trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Allen. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. On 1st down, Moss. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Buffalo, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. proud I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Yeah, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace.